So you guys have been asking me a bunch of questions about how I dye my hair since I've been making like reviews on whatever hair dyes I use. So now I'm just going to show you in this video actually how I dye my hair, and you're going to do it with me. You can see I need to dye it. So it's been like 3 days since I last washed my hair. You're not supposed to use freshly washed hair. You don't want to like irritate your scalp too much. So wait a few days after that. The other thing you want to do is take off all your jewelry, especially your earrings, your necklace, whatever. This is just going to be applied to the roots because we're just touching up whatever grew in. And I'm using Garnier Olia, and I'm pretty much just going to follow the instructions on the box besides the part of how long you're going to leave it in. But when we get to that, you'll see why I might leave it in a little bit longer. Now, the first step in this instruction is to put your gloves on. They give you these nice black gloves that do not tear very easily, so that's pretty nice. I've used other ones that do. And you're just gonna put them on, and then you're gonna take the bottle here, you're gonna twist it off and take off the little tip because this is what's gonna like squeeze the product out. And then you're gonna take the developer and the colorant and squeeze them into here. I just put the developer in first, and it's the #1 bottle. They're all going to be labeled. So I'm just going to squeeze this in. You kind of just sit it here. Okay, let me move my hand so you can see what I'm doing. And squeeze like everything out. Because the one thing about this is that even though I really do like Garnier Olia, it does not give you a whole lot of product in one box. So you really want to get the most out of the developer because this is what's going to lighten your hair, and if you have thick hair like mine, you need all of it. Okay, so once you squeezed out all of the developer, you're going to pierce the colorant with the cap. Just pour all of this inside of the same jar. So that you have all the colors and it looks like this or something similar, you're going to put the lid back on, screw it on tightly, and then put your finger over the top where you like ripped off the tip and just shake it like this. Okay, this is pretty uniform. We're gonna take this and start with the front part here, and all you're gonna do is actually just squirt it out. So yeah, I can see it, cool. And just put it straight down. Okay. I like to do the front part too. The reason why you start with like the part and like the front is because these are the parts that people are gonna see the most. So they're the most important to make sure you get first. Remember how I said to put all of it inside? Well, this is why, because if you end up running out, the place you want to run out at is like the underneath part of your hair. So it's not showing if for some reason you didn't have enough dye. You don't want to be running out on the top of your head, especially if you're a short girl, or like in the front. So I already put some there, and I'm just gonna kind of like mush it in with my fingers and see what else needs to be saturated, but this is just kind of how I start off with it. Sorry, I'm like eating. Okay. So I still have more to do. And I'm just gonna take some of this hair here, separate it, and then go to the next side. If you want to be precise, you can use some type of tail comb or teaser, whatever, something with like a line, just to see what needs more. I'm usually not that precise because honestly, you just have to make sure that this is making contact with the roots and make sure it covers it. So even here, I didn't go directly on the other side, but it's still gonna get it. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue going down the side here, and I'm gonna start recording again when I start to do the back. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do the back now. I just squirt like right by the root like this and just put it like in my scalp because I can't see it. And I mean, I'll go and check it with the mirror later to make sure everything is, you know, wet or whatever, but I just kind of have to like kind of stab it into the root of my hair and feel it cold against my scalp and then just mush it in, because it's really hard to you know, see exactly what I'm doing back there. Oh, can you see me? Yeah, this is a lot of hair, so that's why we just squeeze everything out. And you kind of just do the same thing. You're gonna flip, you know, pieces over. So it's gonna get tangled, yes, but you're gonna flip pieces over and then check to see, hey, is this wet? Is it, you know, do I see some like of the white in there over where my hair is dark? And then, you know, add some if you need to and flip it over. So I'm just gonna continue to kind of just stab it and add where I feel is dry. So I'm squeezing it in there when I'm pressing it. Okay. You guys can see it a little bit better. And if you have somebody at home, maybe they don't want to do it for you, but if you can just get them to check it before you're completely done, just to look at the back. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do the back. Squirt like right by the root like this and just put it like in my scalp because I can't see it. And I mean, I'll go and check it with the mirror later to make sure everything is, you know, wet or whatever, but I just kind of have to like kind of stab it into the root of my hair and feel it cold against my scalp and then just mush it in. But you're gonna flip pieces over and then check to see, hey, is this wet? Is it, you know, do I see some like of the white in there over where my hair is dark? And then, you know, add some if you need to and flip it over. So I'm just gonna continue to kind of just stab it and add where I feel is dry. So I'm squeezing it in there when I'm pressing it. Okay. You guys can see it a little bit better. And if you have somebody at home, maybe they don't want to do it for you, but if you can just get them to check it before you're completely done, just to look at the back. I just had someone check it for me. It's really hard to do the mirror. That's why, you know, you take one mirror and there's a mirror behind me, but and you kind of just put it around to see the back. That's really hard to do. I had somebody check it for me and they said that the back was good. So, you know, I'm gonna move on, and whatever's left, just add more to the front here to make sure it's completely saturated, because it is a little bit drier than I thought. And really rub it in so that like those roots there, they're not gonna be black when, you know, the rest of your hair comes out like a light brown. Because if you don't rub it in, then it's not gonna work. So I'm actually gonna sit with it. This tells you to basically put your stuff in the roots, and then afterward to leave it in for 20 minutes, then to go back in and saturate the lengths of your hair, and then leave it in for another 10 minutes. So in total, that's 30 minutes. So that's what we're gonna leave our hair for, and then come check on it to see if the color actually developed in the roots properly. If it didn't, then I'm gonna have to leave it on for a little bit longer. So this is what it pretty much looks like. This has been like about 40 minutes because my camera battery died, and then I had to like unscrew from the tripod and then put in new, whatever, you guys don't care about that. But anyway, I am going to wash this out, but I'm gonna put my head over the bathtub and just rinse it out really, really good without using shampoo, because that's like what the instructions tell you to do. Don't use shampoo, just use the conditioner here that they provide. And the reason why I'm doing it upside down like that first is because I don't want like all the chemicals running down my body and everything, and I'm gonna keep my eyes shut and take out my contacts before I do this so that my contacts don't get ruined, and to prevent my eyes from getting messed up too. If you have somebody to wash it out for you, you might want to do it over a sink and have them do it for you with a towel. That's what I do when my mom does my hair. She's not here, so I get to do it by myself. Okay, so my hair is taking like forever to dry, and now it started raining. I don't know, I guess it's just Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. So my lighting is a little bit different. You can see here how it came out. I guess I must have missed a little bit of the spots here because they're a tad bit darker. Like I guess the edge from the end of the new growth to the old, like, you know, the old dyed hair. I guess that part I didn't really get as good, but for the most part it came out all right. So there you go. Any more information you need will be on my blog, and I will talk to you guys later. Be sure to subscribe and go to verybeautifullife.com. Okay, bye.